Go ahead.
If you had asked me this question 20 years ago, I would have said I was in favor of the death penalty for everyone convicted. However, being involved with persons with disabilities over the last 20 years, obviously someone with mental illness who has a true mental illness and someone who is intellectually disabled, more times than not, they don't know what they're doing. They don't understand what they're doing or the consequences, so I believe they should not be put to death for any crimes they've committed, and there should be alternative punishment.
Like what kind of alternative punishments?
Obviously confinement, rehabilitation, I don't believe in, but there should be some ongoing therapeutic measures put in place while they are incarcerated.
Should they be incarcerated in a general population in a regular, like Walpole prison, or something separate?
Something separate, however, that does not exist, at least in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. They're working on trying to improve it, but more times than not, they're put in general population until they act out, then they are segregated, but they are still followed by mental health. But the system is severely broken, has a long way to go.
How does it get fixed?
Well, some people think it takes privatization. I'm in favor of that to a certain extent. They still have to be held accountable for what they've done, but there has to be a much bigger, much better mental health component while they're incarcerated and in prisons. If that means a separate facility, I'm all for that.
So recently, Bridgewater State has been privatized. What kind of changes do you think that they'll enact?
I think the inmates there are going to be followed more on the mental health level instead of just strictly a correctional level, and that will help hopefully reduce some of the interactions with correctional officers and the inmates with mental health issues, because that's never a good thing, because they aren't trained to deal with these individuals. Again, it has to be, they have to be incarcerated, but it has to be a much different approach, more of a mental health approach while they're confined.